I just got FC26 early thanks to EA, and that can mean only one thing. It's time for me to begin my managerial journey. And oh man, I have been waiting so long for FC26. The menus have got me hyped. Okay, why is Bellingham aura farming in the background? Anyways, though, what we care about is starting our first career mode on FC26. Are you ready to lead a club on and off the pitch? Absolutely, I am. Oh, we gotta start off, though, by creating our manager.
私はここにいる。
Okay, this is new. You can now set your manager's birth date, although I don't see the point of that. I guess my players might send me like a birthday wish or something. Okay, I'm not making my manager look like this. To be fair, the club we're gonna manage, well, that could definitely lead to me looking like this in a few years. Do you know what? Let's go with the classic Cidinho look. But okay, if I become a manager with a fade like that, I don't think any player is gonna take me seriously. Okay, I think this is more of a trim that suits a manager. And yo, it now looks like I can cook up some crazy tactics. Maybe the return of S2G ball. Now, there's a reason I've got a red tie, because the club we're managing is none other than the Red Devils, Manchester United. It's kind of now tradition on this channel, our first career mode with Manchester United. We did it in FC24, in FC25, and now in FC26. But the crazy thing is, because Man United get worse every year, this could be our hardest challenge yet.
Oh, it's hurtful.
Truthful.
And by the way, did you notice how cool the menus look while selecting a team? This is so much better than what it was before. It looks a lot cleaner. And there's some new stuff. Fan-based devotion. What does that mean? Oh, it gives you like the trophies they've won as well. 20 league titles, 13 cups, 3 Champions Leagues. By the time we're done with Man United, we're definitely going to increase that. By the way, the board expects us to win a trophy in our first season itself.
Is he having a laugh? Are you having a laugh?
I wasn't lying, boys. This might be a really tough challenge. And hey, that's what I want from our first FC26 career. And if you guys are excited for this journey, I need y'all to drop a like, subscribe to the channel, because there's going to be daily FC26 content coming your way. But okay, guys, I'm just going through the settings, and this is completely different. There is so much more here compared to like FC25. First of all, we've got the authentic gameplay. That is definitely what I want. Deeper simulation. We'll keep this on. Okay, this will give us like more detailed simulation for other leagues that we're not involved in. And I guess that's perfect, because we can keep an eye out on La Liga, the rest of the top 5 leagues, as well as probably the championship. Also in FC26, there's a manager market. I can't wait to see how that works. And this is the big one, boys. Unexpected events. We're gonna, of course, keep it on. I think it's gonna make this career mode so crazy. I just hope that none of our new signings like Mbumo and Sesko get homesick or something. By the way, we're keeping board expectations on strict, because come on, we're taking on the Man United manager job, one of the highest pressure jobs in football. If we don't deliver, we are gonna end up getting sacked. Also, we're gonna be playing on legendary difficulty. We'll probably bump it up to ultimate in season 2. But to start with, I think legendary is fine, because I've never played FC26 before. For now though, boys, it is time. Oh, and this is new. We gotta sign a contract with Man United first. Hello, Mr. S2G. We're pleased to inform you that after careful consideration, we would like to offer you the Man United manager role. Oh, and there's a clause in this contract. Finish in a UEFA Champions League place. So I guess if we fail to qualify for Champions League, we will directly just get sacked. But you know what? I'll accept those terms. I'm signing the contract, and there you go. Ruben Amorim is out, and S2G is in. Our FC26 journey begins now. Oh, and we're now in the proper career mode menus now. Although I must say it looks very similar to FC25, except for this blue tint. But this is definitely new. The manager market tab. I think this is going to be so hype. We're going to have managers getting sacked, joining new clubs, taking their tactics with them as well. But I think for now we should worry about not being sacked ourselves, and we can start working on that by assessing the squad we've got. And look at that, Bruno Fernandes, the main man, 87 rated, our captain. He is officially our highest rated player, but I didn't realize he's 30 years old. I still feel he's got maybe 2 to 3 more good years in him, so I do want to build our team around him. Now, the Man United board have completely revamped the attackers. Up front, we've got Mbumo, Cunha, and if that wasn't enough, even Benjamin Sesko. I mean, with Bruno Fernandes playing behind them, if we can figure out a way to get the best out of these talents, I don't see why Manchester United should be struggling struggling in mid-table. But then, of course, I look at the defense, Bayandir in goal, and then I see the Amorim tactics. I kind of realize why Man United are so bad. And I think that's the first thing we got to fix here. Figuring out a tactical system that we can get behind, that we can stay consistent with the players so they understand what we're doing. And yes, you know what that means. S2G ball is returning. And you just know S2G ball means intensity. I want my players to be running like crazy, pressing my opponents. And that's the kind of tactical vision we'll have. High pressing football. But most importantly, we gotta say goodbye to the Amorim tactics. Now, I did consider maybe a 4-2-3-1 with a couple of CDMs, but I don't think we can really play free-flowing football with this. I feel like Sesko would just get isolated up top. Instead, I want to try a more of a 4-3-3, a very classic formation. It's one that clubs like Barcelona and even PSG recently have used to dominate the sport, and I think we can make it work. Now, one of the reasons I wanted to go big with the 4-3-3, Kobe Mainu. I can't believe in real life Amorim doesn't trust him. I think he's one of the most talented players Man United have, and if we want to succeed here, I think we need to get the best out of him. And in this 4-3-3, I think he could play a really important role. Besides that, look at how much more balanced this team looks. Yes, there's still a lot of areas where we need improvements. Could do with some more depth in the midfield, more quality in the left back spot, definitely issues with the goalkeeper spot as well. But I feel like this is a really good base for us to build on. Most players are playing in positions they know, and off the ball as well, it looks super attacking, but also solid defensively. Not gonna lie, boys, I think I'm cooking already with S2G ball. Now, since we are Manchester United, there's really not a shortage of budget. 122 million to spend. But honestly, I don't want to rush into making signings, because that's what Man United do in real life, and they end up just signing the wrong players who don't fit their system. I'm still trying to figure out what's the best tactics and all here. So until I figure out how we want to play, I don't think we should make signings. And looks like the season is about to begin, the Premier League opener. And I'm right now giving my first ever press conference. And yes, boys, that does mean press conferences are going to be returning to this series. Your guys' comments, I'll be answering them. Make sure to make them as fun and interesting as possible. And let's see what you guys can cook in the comments. Okay, wait a minute. Our season opener is against Arsenal? Nah, man, just look at the team we're going to be up against. And look at our team. We're just figuring out our tactics. Oh, man, we should have at least addressed some of the problems in this squad. Like a left back or a centre mid or something. Okay, Man United had signed a goalkeeper in the window, Sen Lamens. Okay, for now, he'll go straight into the starting 11. But yeah, guys, I have absolutely no idea what to expect in my first game as Man United manager. I know Arsenal are second merchants, but look at their team. Saka, Gyökeres, Declan Rice. And here's me, a newbie manager, coming in to manage a struggling Man United team with completely new tactics. And here we go, boys, kicking off our first FC26 game. And okay, with this authentic gameplay, the gameplay feels so much more realistic. I think because it's a lot slower, a lot more tactical. I guess that's how you want it in career mode, maybe. As right now, Bruno Fernandes with the first chance shot completely goes wide. But look at me on the touchline, aura farming.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
More than the result, in this game, we need to know if our tactical system is working. If we can hold our own against a team like Arsenal. Okay, set piece against Arsenal. I just don't expect to score. They're the set piece kings, but you never know. Okay, nah, it's not happening. But you know what? 30 minutes in, I know we haven't created much, but defensively, it's all working. We don't need a 5 at the back system to defend. Also, I think everything is flowing through Mbumo. I know how good he is, and with the pace he's got, he can prove to be absolutely lethal. Tries to find Sesko, but Raya gets there. Oh, but now Gyökeres has gone through. I couldn't stop him, and so is Ødegaard. Can we take him out? We can't, but Lamens, big save. Do you know what? Man United were criticized heavily when they didn't sign Donnarumma. Instead went for a youngster in Lamens from Belgium. But if he can keep making saves like that, we should be fine. But now in the second half, boys, and we kind of have a problem. We're just struggling to create any sort of chances. Do I bring on Ahmad? I know how much you guys rate him. He's a baller. Sesko hasn't really done much in this game, so I'm thinking we'll play Cunha up top. Ahmad on the left should be fine. And I'll bring on a bit of experience in Casemiro. Oh no, we're giving Arsenal a set piece, but Lisandro Martinez, their warriors defending. And come on the break, we could do something. I tried to launch it for Cunha, but it didn't work. It almost did. Yo, we're finally linking up well. And Buemo's gone through. No, Raya with the save. That was like the first proper chance we created. It took 87 minutes. Oh, we could have gotten a famous win against Arsenal. And full time, the game ends 0-0. And Buemo should have scored. But saying that, boys, there were a lot of positives. S2G ball is clearly working. Getting a draw against title contenders Arsenal, I think, was a pretty big deal. The system clearly works. It's just that we're lacking quality. We're not able to create that many chances. is, I feel it's because our midfield is weak. I would love to have more of a solid CDM in here. Someone who can maybe allow Manu to go freely forward. Apart from that, maybe a better left back because Dogu is still young and unproven. A centre back as well is on my agenda. Goalkeeper as well. Yikes, man. There's so much we can do to improve this Man United team. I'm going to really need your help in the comments. But you know what? There is one player who I think we should just try and get the signing sorted right now itself. Carlos Baleba from Brighton. He was heavily linked with Man United. There were even rumors for a 100 million plus offer, but somehow it never went through. But if we can bring him now, especially in our new system, he would just fit in perfectly. And look at that. We can now see his potential in game as well. 85 to 91. I think we gotta pull this off. Well, looks like transfer negotiation cutscenes haven't changed one bit. Come on, EA. Maybe for FC27, you can start adding some new cutscenes. But anyways, I feel like it should be easy to sign Baleba if we put in like a decent offer, 38 million. I know in real life this deal would have been like over 80-90 million, but since he's only 81 rated in game, we could get a good deal here. Well, they want Lisandro Martinez, and I don't want to give Licha. He's just recovered from his ACL injury. I think he could be very useful for us. Let's try and get a deal done at 40 million cash. 40.4. You know what? I'm okay to pay the extra 400k. And let's now wrap Baleba up for a long-term contract. 5 years is good. That's exactly what I want. I'll tell you why long-term contracts are very important now. But first, let's celebrate the fact that we've got the young man from Brighton. Baleba is joining Manchester United. I have a feeling if we give him time, he'll be exactly what our midfield needs. Now, the reason I was saying that long-term contracts are going to be important, look at this. Harry Maguire, for example, his contract is expiring, but I cannot renew with him unless he wants to. That is actually crazy. That means if he doesn't want to renew with us, he could just leave for free. We'll have no say in it. I don't think it's ever been like this in career mode, and that puts a lot of players at risk. Next season, Bruno could end up leaving, and we can't even renew his contract now. I really don't know how the contract system is going to work. When can I renew my players' contracts? This could end up causing incredible amounts of chaos. But now we're heading into our second Premier League game of the season, and I don't like the fact that Manu has no stamina. Of course, in this case, we'll then give Baleba his debut. I guess we'll have Mount play instead of him. I think he fits that role. Also, I want to test out Ahmad in the right wing position because I know how good he can be there. At the back, we'll put Lenny Yoro, also Dalot. Oh, and by the way, we've got the new Premier League graphics. I didn't even know this was in the game. How cool does this look? All right, boys, I've got only one goal in this game. My first 3 points. For that, though, we're going to need to score. Okay, these rainy conditions, the ball just moves so much differently. I don't like this spot. Ahmad maybe likes it. Good chance. Gotta say, so far, my favorite player has definitely been Bruno. He's so good in the midfield. But here's Baleba already making his presence known in the midfield. Right now, guys, with S2G ball, I'm not struggling defensively at all. But at the same time, I just feel like we can't create chances that efficiently. I mean, against Arsenal, we barely had one opportunity. And even against Fulham, here, 28 minutes in, nothing much. But that could change now with Mason Mount finding some space again. Leno. I'm able to shoot from outside the box, but getting into the box has not been easy. And also Sesko, he hasn't really done much. Oh, finally a decent ball for Sesko. He's got the physicality, no. Ahmad looking for Diogo Dalot. And what was that touch? No matter how much we fix the tactics, there are a few players here who just have no idea what to do. I don't like this situation at all. What a save from Lemens. Oh, Bruno. No. That was a bad challenge. Our players are definitely feeling the frustration. It's going to be a yellow, but that could have easily been a red. Oh, finally a bit of space we can exploit. And here goes Amad Diallo. Doesn't really have that much space by the looks of it. Maybe the tired legs, and we ruined the chance there. Final third, our decision-making has been awful. That is now back-to-back nil-nils. You know what the media are going to be saying. S2G's producing a boring brand of football. They're going to criticize my tactics and everything now. You know what? Maybe we still need to just give it time. Our players are still figuring out this system. What we can do to help them out is by hiring the best coaches possible. By the way, I've just been called in by the Manchester United board. They are not happy with the lack of goals they're seeing, or they're actually not seeing. But yeah, just look at our board expectations. When I signed the contract, I thought it was just about qualifying for Champions League football, but we also need to win a cup. In fact, win the cup, which means it's only the FA Cup that's going to count. And I'm not sure if we fail even one of these objectives, am I going to end up getting sacked? You know what? Right now, I don't want to worry about that. We're facing Burnley. I just want to score some goals and get our first 3 points. By the way, if you've noticed for this game, Xerxes in the lineup. Gotta test out someone apart from Sesko because he's barely had a touch in this episode. Oh, this is bad. And Laments again with the save. I'm not going to lie. Is he like the next about Courtois or something? Because the Belgian has been saving us in this one. In fact, if we were to do like a player of the episode vote now, it would probably be him. Oh, and Kobe Mainu inside the box. This is looking nice. He goes for a cross. Bruno Fernandes. I didn't know he could do that. So close to being our first goal. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Laments with the save, the rebound. Here I thought we'd be the ones scoring our first ever goal. Instead, Burnley have. I'm pretty sure if the scoreline remains the same, we're going to be in the relegation zone. What's going to be the difference between myself and Amorim? Okay, Xerxes broken through. Xerxes broken through, and I finally get a goal. Maybe that was what we needed. Joshua Xerxes. We didn't trust him at all in this episode, and finally, when we did give him the chance, he delivered. We're now in the second half, and although I got my first goal, I'm not satisfied, boys. We need to try and get a win. We could have a chance in the 90th minute. It's Mbuemo. What a first touch. Goes through and off the crossbar. Are you joking? Bro, I could have gotten my first 3 points there. That was the last kick of the game. And well, we're 13th after 3 games. To be honest, there's a lot of stuff we're figuring out, including FC26 gameplay. And you know what? I'm going to need as much help from you guys as we can get. Maybe we're doing something wrong with the tactics. Maybe there's another play that we should do. Let me know in the comments. Put your press conference questions in too. But yeah, next episode, transfer deadline day. It is going to be exciting. Click here to continue watching.